Welcome everybody. This is the part where I make the butterfly that is going to go on a canvas with a paint pour. So let's move right along. What we're going to do is make this cute little butterfly right here. Also, this is just one that I didn't use a pattern for or anything, just something cute. You can do it by pattern or make something of your own, okay? So what I'm going to do though today is show you how to make this little guy. And as you noticed, he's dried with wings up and everything. And when you dry it, you prop something under the wing so that it will dry, so that it is sitting up. Okay, so when I glue it on the canvas, it's going to look like it's flying. Okay, losing my voice. All right, let's move our little babies over, out of the way, and get yourself your clay. Now I use Crayola air dry clay. That's what I use, and I can get some very thin projects out of it. One of my tricks is I never touch it with my hands, and if so, it's at the very, very, very end. Okay, so I have been conditioning just with saran wrap over it, okay? I think I've done enough conditioning, so I'm going to peel it out of its clear wrap cocoon here. And don't worry, you're not going to get pieces of plastic or anything stuck in your clay. It just doesn't do it. It just releases real easy. Okay, let me make sure that didn't have any crumbs. And just give it a flip over onto your mat. I got quite a bit here. Probably didn't need that much, but we're just going to roll with it. Take yourself some wax paper. That's what I use. If you like to use it, it's great. It's like making a pie. That's what I always say, right? These are going to be a butterfly. That. I need to get the pre-made stencil out, or template, whatever you want to call it. This is what I use to be able to make that same butterfly I showed you. All you need to do maybe is go on Pinterest, any place really, and find an image of a butterfly you like, print it out, etc. Make yourself your own template. Okay, that's our template. Here's our clay, and here is our big roller. Start in the middle, and I sure did get a big piece. Didn't need this big of a hunk, but it should be fine. So roll and turn. Until you get it the thick or thinness that you want. What you see me doing is really pushing those centers outward. Okay, when I start seeing crinkliness, that means that your wax paper is about ready to stick to your project, so you want to switch it out. Switch it out. So put you another piece. You have some pre-cut and ready, is what I do. Then lay your next piece on here. Try to make sure it smoothly lays on there, because you don't want any, I don't want any creases. So that's all I do. Then I flip it over. And we're going to take that off before it needs, there we go, before the wax paper got too dry. Need to blow my nose, don't I? We've pretty much got what we need here. hijacker. Get off of there. Oh my. A hijacker. Get off of there. Okay. This is looking really good. What I want to do is just check the other side. Ah, see? Another I don't know what happened there. I got some hijackers that jumped into my clay. There. See, I usually don't touch the clay, but to get off a little, it looks like maybe a little doggy hair down there. Which I'm not surprised. I have two animals, a kitty and a dog. Yeah, that's hair right there. See if I can't get that off. There. It's out of there. Weird, huh? Well, I'm going to go ahead and give it another roll just to smooth it out a little bit with a new piece in case it was my wax paper that had that. I don't know. All right. I believe we've got it just where we want it. We took a little bigger piece than we actually needed to, so there we go. I'm not going to throw that wax paper away. Now, you've got your clay. Now take your image that you want to transfer, and as you can see, I used quite a bit of clay here. And the clay is moist, so it usually will adhere really well. It does bubble once in a while. And this is a used, I've used it several times, this particular stencil. Then you want to get your scalpel. Oh, I'm sorry, no, you don't want your scalpel at this point. I'm doing a little different this time. Instead of trying to cut it out right now, what I do is I use a little instrument with a little end on it. You can use a pen, pencil, whatever you like. Anything just to make an indent. So what I do, is I follow the lines with the pressure like I'm drawing on it with a pencil. And if you push too hard, you can mess up your stencil and make a hole right into your clay. So go gentle, but it's kind of just a light press, not too much. Don't know if what I'm saying is making a lot of sense, but boom. Now let's check it. Make sure that nope, see, I did not get enough pressure there. Stop it, Bella. Don't bark, Bella. No. Okay, I took off the image, I repressed it again, I went over it again, so I'm hoping that you can see it. My new camera angle is showing me that you can see it. So there's the image, and all we did is trace it over. I'm going to need a new stencil, because this one I've used so many times it's actually was popping some little holes in it. So I'll make another one. Really easy though. Okay, once you got your image where you want it, then you want to go for your scalpel, and all you're going to do is follow those lines just like that. stretch here. Sometimes a little bit of clay will get stuck on your scalpel and make it hard to get through. I thought that one did. Alright, after you got it cut out, there we go. Pull your image off, or not your image off, but pull your clay that's around your image off, and we will be putting this right back into cellophane to use for another project. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. There's our pretty butterfly, okay? There he is. Even the edges are really good, but I can tell the paper here is sticking on the back, so I'm going to remove that. Put our little butterfly right there. Boom. Okay, all I do now at this point is check all my edges. Since this was a little bit thicker butterfly, I noticed that some of the scalpel didn't do it as clean as a cut. So I didn't even dip my hands in water. All I do is come and just tap my edges to make sure they're looking okay. The scalpel does a really good job so that you don't have to come through water and, you know, do all that stuff. Now I'm going to add just a smidge of water right here just to try to smooth out that top wing right there where I was having trouble with the stencil. There. And there, I guess there was another problem. There we are. But it doesn't take a lot of water, if any. I hardly use water. Okay, there. Let's just smooth the top of this one. It's also kind of snagging in the clay. Oh. And if I got another hijacker, look at there. Come on off. Well, to get it off of, I'm gonna have to kill my project practically. Come on off of there. There. Okay. There, okay, it's off. I don't know. Oh, I need to blow my nose too. Sorry, guys. Oops, and we got a little wrinkle right there. Okay. Taking up your time here, aren't I? Boom. A little bit of water on this middle of the bug because he was looking a little bit like he needed a little water. Then I come through with that same instrument. You can use whatever you want just to indicate, to give that middle section of your butterfly. And it's just a gentle line. And I'm really hoping the new camera positioning is much better for y'all. Okay, there you go. This is completed. And when I lay it to dry, I will lift up the wings and I place something underneath so that when it dries, you'll get that nice lifting of the wings like it's going to lift off the canvas. Okay, so there it is when it's dry. And I've lifted up the wings. So thank you for joining me. The next part is going to be painting these and then putting them on a beautiful canvas pour that I did. Okay, on to the next step. Alright, it's been 24 to 48 hours. Our beautiful butterfly right here that we made. Nice and dry. Can you hear how nice and hard that is? Isn't that beautiful? Out of air dry clay. Thin, sturdy, etc. Okay, so now what we're going to do is paint it. And I do my painting using a pour medium, the same that I use for paint pour. I find it adheres very beautifully to our butterfly. It's going to enhance him and make him look real. So the very first color that I have ready here is some black. By the way, I use Pizazz paints. And I also have some metallic Pizazz paints, which I love. Today, what we're going to do is use very different colors to make our butterfly really pop when it sits behind its, actually, I guess I could show the reveal. Here, there you go. That's the little bloom that is waiting for its butterfly to land on it. Okay, that's kind of the direction we're going. So let me get started. I wanted to come in first with a little bit of black and take care of the center. And as you see, it goes on really nice. And you drag the paint more than paint the object, if that makes sense. You kind of drag in the paint. So that it, doesn't become all see-through-y. So there, I'm dragging. See the difference? If you get a lot on your brush, and then you just drag it. If I could learn my editing to speed up stuff, I will on this part, if I can. Otherwise, I'll just try to paint fast. And where I showed you what will happen if you hit the surface and try to paint it like normal. As you saw, it left, a blank spot. What you want with this is it will just fill in everything and be really high gloss and really pretty. Let me get this front part. There we go. Still think his body's a little bit. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Get the little rear end here. And we will have to paint the back because you'll be able to see the wings when it's sitting down on the canvas. So don't forget that apart. Okay. And let that dry a little bit, and then we'll move on to other colors. Be right back. The next thing you want to do is do your sides, and because I want a black edged butterfly, you take your paint, let me get over here, there you go, and you simply dabbing that Pour Medium paint that has Liquid X Pour Medium mixed with Arteza paint. In case I didn't mention that. So it has a different feel when you're painting because it's thicker. It's got that Pour Medium in it, and it's going to be nice and shiny and pretty. So there's some of how to do the side. I'll finish up on the other side to save you time. Okay. Update. Painted all the black edges on the outside, the center, and now I've put a layer of black paint all around the edges of the top of our butterfly. And I'm simply going to let that dry real well, and we'll move on to the rest of the colors. Here we are, coming right along, painting. Now you can make your butterfly whatever color you want to make. I did look at some butterflies online and their colors, and there's such a wide variety of colors and choices. So I'm going to do whatever I felt like blue, so I went in with some ultramarine blue here with the stripe that I'm letting dry after I also had let the black outline dry. That's how you kind of do it when you're using a Pour Medium in your paints and you're painting on top of air dry clay. It turns out beautiful though. Love it. And as you see, I just kind of wanted right now to fill this area in with blue. This actually has its ultramarine blue with white added to it, so that it's just lighter. Basically what you see me doing is kind of dropping off paint. Encouraging it to move, you know, like maybe a paint pour, you know, we kind of try to move the paint. That's all you do here. And it's beautiful when it dries, kind of translucent and very glossy and beautiful. I'm going to come in with gold and have 2 spots of gold here on the bottom. Let me check to see. I think we might be okay to come in here with this shade here. Oh, I hope my head isn't in the way. There we go. Well, maybe a little higher, I guess, yeah. I think I might get a little turquoise out and have different shades of blue going there. But at this point, I need to let it dry so that I can come in and begin to do more. So, we're waiting for the colors to dry. Coming in with a little bit of light turquoise color here, right here. Okay, I thought that's kind of pretty. And since it was dry, the black is dry, and I have to turn that for myself, okay guys, just I can't paint it without turning it a little here, or I'll mess it up. Because I don't want the other color to blend with it by accident. So. excuse the noise in the background. My husband's working in the kitchen, making food. Okay. Again, now I'm at another drying time because this here isn't dried yet, and of course I just laid the blue. So, pausing you. Okay, we're moving right along here. I'm being very careful with my placements of stuff. I thought I'd show you. I thought this was kind of a pretty idea, is to put a few dots up here. Like that. I'm also going to do more on the bottom here. Overboard, maybe just 3. 3 will be, I think, the number here. Now that has had a chance to dry, so then you can add paint right over it. Okay, I wanted to leave the white spaces that I did. I think it's beautiful where it's at. I think, just stop right at here, or I could come in with, sometimes they have white, little dots of white around it. You know, I might do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. I want it to be as, you know, real as possible, and I do remember now that they do have these pretty little dots. Okay, good. I keep worrying my head is in the way. I made just a little too big of a dot there, but oh well. Nature's not perfect either. Oh yeah, that's much prettier, isn't it? Yes, love that. Okay, here we are. I love the idea that I did with the dots all the way around. Let me spin it around. We're done now with that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're going to let it dry, and the next step is simply putting it on the beautiful bloom video that you will see me create. That is for this butterfly. So then we'll attach it and everything. So, be right, 2 seconds. Ta-da! The very end. There you go. There's the beautiful bloom that was created on a prior video. I think I made a mistake earlier in the video saying I was going to show you making this, but I have already made this in a video. I think it's just one behind this one. It's called The Bloom, and I wanted to take it up to the next level. So I showed you how to make a air dry clay butterfly and paint it, and now where it's going to live is right there. And I'll use E6000. You get that at the Dollar Tree. It's probably $1.25 now. I haven't been in so long, but I also have a really large tube of this. But I'm just going to take a little bit and adhere it, and we are done. I thank you for watching. I know this was a longer one. I tried to make it as short as I could. I did want to show you multimedia, which is what I'm into. If you're liking me, give me a thumbs up. That's a like. Comment, please. Tell me anything. And also, anything that you'd like to see me make. That would really be awesome. Naturally, if you're new, please subscribe. I would love to have you, and it would really help me build my channel. Thank you very much again for watching, and until the next one, bye for now.